Good evening.
He's running a car that I spent probably the most time making that I've ever done on a car.
I know. And then from now on, I'm running a blue Dodge.
No problem, we'll get you fixed. Alright. Good evening all, ladies and gentlemen, or everyone else. Welcome over to
Whoa, the 19 on pole again.
You're now watching race 3 at Martinsville, and already we have another pole position for Kendrick Meeks. Yes, this is actually his second pole position in two races running.
Oh dear, I've timed in 17th.
Me last.
Wait, look, there's a freeway tie for 16th.
What the hell?
Oh,
I
geez.
just saw that. I think the first one goes
Oh,
for whoever
geez,
set the
there
fastest lap time first. That actually happened in F1 back in 1997. So it is actually true.
I just need to screenshot this. This is going in the news tab.
All right, go
Ninth
ahead.
and 10th have tied as well.
And
Cool.
Tari qualifies in the last position for his debut.
Them debut.
Them, fine.
Okay, we'll go.
And we have something really incredible. Kat Rose will start third place, the same position she finished last race at Indianapolis. So if you're watching this, Kat Rose, you are definitely the one to watch from now on. So please take care. And Trish, how many
drivers do we have? How many drivers are making their debuts tonight?
Well, tonight I was just about to mention one of them. Tristan Mendoza will start a spectacular second position. Yes, he will start second position.
He raced Indy.
Oh, you're racing Indy? Oh, my bad. I almost forgot. But my bad.
Yeah, the 29 Pennzoil car.
All right. In that case, T. Giuliano, can't remember his first name, but Giuliano will make his first debut in this race in Martinsville, and he will start from 5th place in the number 3. The number 3, I assume, the pedigree car. Is it the pedigree car? Number 3 pedigree car?
I think.
Or it may not be. It doesn't sound like it. Eventually.
It says right here, you love to see the 3 car in his first race qualify 5th.
All right. Well, anyways, Giuliano will start from 5th place in his debut, and who else will be joining us in this race? Oh, Dew Miyazaki, the other driver, in the number 14, coincidentally, will start in 14th. And also, Avery Hamilton will take over Arthur Xavier's car in the number 5 pedigree car, but he will start from 18th. So it's a very lowly 18th.
Wrong one. It's the 15 that's the pedigree car.
15. Oh, my bad. Sorry. What am I thinking too much? Anyway, forget it. Screw the mistakes. Let's carry on. Let's get on with this race. So here is your qualifying standings for today's race. So hopefully we might see some surprises here in this race. We do expect a few yellows in this race due to very short track and of course a very large number of drivers on this track. So it's going to be a tight one, I guess.
Well, I mean, there are 20 people. I mean, what do you expect?
Well, yeah, obviously.
And a thing about the guy on pole, Kendrick Meeks, his team just announced a sponsorship extension with their primary sponsor.
Oh, that's cool. Sounds like they're really happy with his performance. That they really want him to show it what he can do for them. Hopefully,
Kendrick Meeks looking to finish one position better than he did. Oh,
what's up?
What? Oh, what a turn in events! Riley Hill takes fastest in happy hour.
Happy hour, but honestly, I wouldn't care about happy hour because who the hell cares about happy hour anyway? I don't think that was a thing in real NASCAR, to be honest.
Neither did I.
It was, but then like they got rid of it. I think after it was like 2005. 2006 was when they got rid of it.
Ah, I almost forgot. I need to turn on the ticker, which I haven't done so. But I'll definitely get this.
What kind of ticker is it going to be this What type?
It's
kind
the
of
same
ticker
ticker
do
as
you use?
last two races. Where is it?
I have a TNN ticker that I use, and I'm just like, I like that
Yeah,
because I'm a
I
TNN
almost forgot because
fan person.
I was in a dead rush. That was the thing. So I'm gonna find a ticker before we can get on with the race. So do bear that with me, everyone who is watching the stream. So yeah,
And another thing about the 19 on the deck lid, JC Performance on the deck lid got some of their cars starting right behind him.
yes, that'll be a cool thing to watch as well. So let me turn on the thing.
Now I just want to talk about the 36. He had a tough race at Indy last week, but seems to be looking to be in a good spot, rolling off 6th.
And is there anything else to add as well before the race starts?
Don't
Whoops.
think so. I think
No.
we're all good.
Should be good.
I still can't believe I qualified last.
See where we can come from 17th on the grid.
I come from.
You're also definitely
20th
one to
on the
watch
grid.
as well. Hopefully, like I say, we do expect some surprises coming up in this track because we all know why.
I'm guessing Meeks has just been having really good runs. Past 2 races. Led the most laps at Indy.
I mean, I tend to forget about it or whatever.
I know. I'll start trying to keep track of that.
You know the
I
problem.
think if you export the position, the standings at the end of the race, I think it tells you.
You know
How
problem.
do you export that? I need to learn about that.
Sean, do you not see on the screen there's a button there that says export?
Oh,
Oh, I mean, not to forget, I do actually have the replay saved, so
Yeah.
I can probably check it out
something I
later
always
on.
do. Something I always do whenever I do a multiplayer racing. Always save my replays because then I get to figure out what the heck happened.
Okay, now we're good. I just need to get the website on and then everything on. So, just bear that with me for a moment. Blazing pedals. That's what we want. Where it should start. Oh, hold on. It's frozen. I need to restart it. I do want to apologize, everyone, but we have to restart the qualifying. Sorry about this.
So that means we'll have to redo qualifying all over
Yeah,
again.
we have to, yeah, because I forgot to do the ticker, and I think because I started it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do want to apologize, everyone. I know it's been a hard time because, you know, we've been struggling to get the race done over, so I do want to apologize. But you know what? Let's just count it as, you know, teething troubles that this is definitely a new league, and this league is bound to have teething troubles. So I do want to apologize to everyone who's watching, who's disappointed to
Not as
see.
bad as, at least not as bad as Texas. We can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I would actually. It is possible to actually put the standings back to where it was, but that would obviously take a long time, and obviously because we're streaming, it's no point anyway. I do actually have something called the NR2003 save game editor, which I could probably use that at some point if anything bad happens. But unfortunately,
Which is why I think it's a good idea to start saving qualifying results.
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah.
Oh no, Meeks having a bad run this time.
Number 9.
Well, that's bad.
Look at that number 9.
Oh, Avery Hamilton also up there. Riley Hill as well, a driver who hung around the back of the field at Indy in his debut, and we're rolling off in 8th.
Wow, cool.
Single card.
It's a big shame. It's a big shame. It's a big shame we don't get to see 3 qualifying lap times in a tie this time.
Oh my god! Again.
Tie for okay, there. Well, let's call that. Let's call that for real. Call it for real.
And below it, between me and the 33.
Wow.
Let's call it. Let's call it, man. OMG. Wow.
Wow.
Anyway,
Well,
anyway,
let's
here
get
are the
this-
results.
Let's get this show on the road.
Here are the qualifying results. Don't want to say anymore because we're wasting too much time. We've been delaying so much. Right, let's hit the race.
About an hour.
Oh, let me double check to make sure that the thing is working properly. Okay, we're doing good.
This will be a
Hey,
good race.
hey, what about that? The two guys who dominated the Indy race, the 19 and the 53, both rolling from the final two positions on the grid.
I just realized I'm.
Huh?
Oh dear.
Hold on a second.
Christ.
Oh, sorry
I got
about
the
this.
Wallace and Gromit theme song in my head.
Localhost web. I'm not going to do the ticker, unfortunately, because this thing's just playing up, doesn't want to work anymore. I do apologize. Let's not do the ticker today. Let's just carry
Technical
on.
difficulties.
Right, let's carry on with the race.
What I usually do is I use the Armory Racing Designs one. It makes me feel good. So, let's see.
So let's
The
move on to the pole fitter. Cam right. Right, we're now live. Ooh, and away we go.
I believe if you press S, it'll give you a thing that shows you the positions.
Exactly.
It
Yeah,
does.
I have to keep doing this almost every time. I'm gonna have to do this more often now for this race only, once I can get this ticker working again.
If you want to make it look more like a TV thing, there's this kind of ticker thing from Armory Racing.
World
and
Racing.
It looks like, yeah, I think it's Armory Racing Designs. I can't remember if that's what it's called, but I could send you the link later.
Just go ahead, send me the link. Yeah,
But again,
least get something better.
This, if we look at this, the guys who dominated the race at Indy,
and away we go.
53 and 19, both rolling off from the back.
Green flag is out here at Martinsville.
And Cam Wright is in the lead.
They go. Too wide.
And alrighty, Alejo is trying to take over the lead. It doesn't seem actually he's gonna make it.
Will he get him? I think he got him. He got him.
He has got it.
They're too wide throughout the entire
But they're still too wide. They are still too wide.
And it looks like they're gonna single it out now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
look at this. Already within some.
Will the two be able to clear the 88 coming into the corner?
I don't think
Not
so.
quite. Almost.
To me, it looked like the 9 just got loose.
And now he's going to clear him. New race leader, still the number 2. Well,
something's up the 9. He's 3 wide. Here we go.
3 wide.
Alright, Alejo takes the lead. And Cam Wright still up in second place. Look at this. Ryu Miyazaki up into 3rd place. And we've got another debutee. There is you, Tal
Now that 5 car is running a successful chassis in the Leo Motorsports side of things. That chassis was the one that almost won at Homestead until a late race caution screwed that over.
New team joining the series with Sean Lowell Racing, piloted by the owner-driver of Tari Lowell. And
there he is right now.
And I think Tari's trying their best to stay in the top 5.
Trying to hold off Avery Hamilton in one of the Hill Meeks cars. Here comes Leland Hill making his way through the field.
And I think it's working because look at Tari. They're having a really good time up there.
And Cat Rose is having a bit of a tough race so far.
I think Tari's having like a really good run on the high line.
And if we look at the back, the two guys who dominated the race in Indy, If I go, whoa, right on
They
the quarter line
think
on the
they've touched.
19.
I think they're touching a bit. Well, they managed to lift a little bit and
Bumper to the
let
back.
loose.
Those are the two cars that dominated the Indy race last week.
This is bad.
Bumper to
In
the
Both
fact,
back.
of them,
more like bad
both
luck,
of
I
them
would say.
both of them appear to be having issues keeping up with the pack today.
Alrighty, Alejo is still in the lead. Cam Rice still in second place, and we've got an overtaking attempt. There is Diu Miyazaki up into third place, overtaking Tari Lowell.
Lowell in fourth trying to make up positions.
Avery Hamilton
and
up into
I
fifth.
think they're gonna take it. And here comes the 5.
Here comes Avery Hamilton. Couldn't
Where's
quite get
Avery
him.
Hamilton?
He might get him towards turn 3. Not quite.
This is a good old drive for the number 5 of Avery Hamilton, who has took over from Arthur Chavia for a number of races, including this race, and he's doing pretty well so far.
Riley Hill, another one of those cars that didn't do too well at Indy. He's running up in the top 10.
Where's Riley Hill? There is Riley Hill. Yes, we can call it the dog car or the pet car.
Meanwhile, older brother Leland Hill's struggling at the back of the pack.
That 43 is a little loose right there.
The 54 team have not really been too good at Martinsville in the past, and it's showing here.
And can you see two female drivers? They are currently showing each other from behind. There you can see LaForge Henry in the number 4. Well, the Cat Rose was right behind her in the number 13 until James Jameson took over and sandwiched between the two female drivers in his number 23
and almost got himself turned by the looks of it.
And let's take a look at Jerry Chan's Martinsville sponsor in his number 36 bluish yellowish jet blue car. Sounds like a throwback for him.
I believe that's throwing back to an old Earnhardt scheme.
Yeah, that's definitely a throwback scheme.
The 5 and the 9, though, they're having a really good battle. And I think the 5 might get there.
And let's take a look at the driver who has rickrolled Leyland Hill's chances of even finishing in the top 5.
Speak of the devil, look who's behind him.
Who is behind him?
Hell,
Let's
right
see.
behind.
Oh, look, it's him. It's him, the guy himself. And he was not happy for what happened last race, which unfortunately led to Rick Rowe getting a disqualification for dangerous driving.
Seems to be racing everyone pretty clean here at Martinsville, though.
That's a first dangerous driving.
Exactly, and our very first disqualification in the series.
The 54 just having trouble getting around that 33 and making it stick.
I think the 9 and the 5 are still battling it out.
We take a look at the results so far. The number 2 of Artie Erlajo is currently leading the race. Camera still sticking up into 88.
16 laps in, and anything can happen.
I can tell you that.
That 54
And
team could go from running in the back to being right up front by the end of this thing.
I thought for a second the 9. I thought for a second I just saw the 9 dive down into the 5.
The 54 and the 19 both say that they're running a long-term strategy. Going to try and hang at the back for the start of the race and see what they can do when it comes towards the end.
We go on board of Leyland Hill, who is currently chasing his old nemesis, Rick Roll. As you can see, they're all both on the inside, so they are gaining some positions. As you can see,
it's not really helping a lot.
We can see another. Well, we don't call it a throwback scheme.
That was a really late block by the 3.
3 almost. We would have just had a wreck there.
Probably a Dale Earnhardt Jr. style of a crash. Well, speaking of which, this is only a rookie driver, Mr. Giuliano, and currently
started up front, but seems as though he's fallen his way back down the order.
And that is not good for the number 3 car, especially being a Dale Earnhardt Jr. car. Excuse me, Dale Earnhardt Senior car. More of a throwback back to the good old times of the 80s and 90s of NASCAR racing.
And there's 2 Earnhardt cars in the frame right there, 36 and the 3.
36. Ah, I almost forgot the Daryl Earnhardt Jr. car.
No, I think that's throwing back to the 2 that Earnhardt used to run.
The 2.
That
Yeah,
was
I would say the 2.
that was like
Ron
that was like
Osterlin.
way earlier, like in the early 80s, I'd say.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
1979, 1980.
Well,
yeah.
Riley Hill used to run off the corner, blowing by the 11.
Where is Riley Hill? There he is. You can see him. He's right on the outside, but he is trying to gain some positions, even though he's on a
Whoa.
riskier spot. He's trying to overtake the somewhat legendary Solomon Sheridan in his Denny Hamlin number 11 car. And let's see who's right in front of him. It's Heinrich Himmler. Gotta stop pronouncing his name before he kills me. There he
Himmler.
is. Himmler.
Himmler. That's
And
how
the
you say it.
the 2 is still leading this one.
I don't know why. It just sounds like a weird name to say.
Well, it's German, so you gotta start learning German.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, the number 2 is still leading with Mr. Camera in the number 88 still behind him and still chasing him.
Oh, and the 5 got loose. 9's trying to take the 5.
Where is the 5
I
car?
think that's what the 9's doing.
And that is you.
Oh, 9's really close.
9's getting really
Harlow
close.
trying to pass the 5.
Let's
Running
take a look.
throwback to Bill Elliott's 1992 Budweiser car.
92, 93, and 94 Bud car.
That wasn't the year where he took a record of him in a stock car. If I can remember, he did a record lap.
Wasn't that 1988?
It was
I thought so.
85 when he took the Winston Million, but I think when he was at what was it, Junior Johnson, he struggled, except 92 was probably the best year he had there.
He lost the championship by, wasn't it like 1 point over Alan Kulwicki?
Yeah, by 1 point.
Because Alan led the most laps.
Even though that it wasn't even a chase for the cup at the time, there was exactly the old Winston Cup Series.
Slow for a second, I think.
The number 5 is in 4th place. I think he overtook. Oh, I think he has overtaken the number 9.
He's been ahead for quite a few laps now, and the 2 is pulling away from the 88 again.
Significantly,
the 2 had some
the gap is increasing slightly a bit, but as you can see, he's not giving up.
I think the 9's trying something right there.
And Meek's just struggling today, it seems.
Well, considering it's a Martinsville track, anything can possibly happen.
Led the most laps, come up with 1 position short at Indy. He was hoping to try and put that right today, but it doesn't look like it'll happen in the early stages. But a lot of laps to go. Anything can happen.
We're in lap 30, which is about just nearly 1/5 of the race to go. Well, I mean, we're nearly 1/5 of the race completed, and still, we got, I think. Who is that in the number 14? Dyu Miyazaki. I think he's getting close to Cam Wright in second place. I think he's trying to make a move. We might see a change in position, at least in the top 3, anytime soon. Let's see what Miyazaki can do.
I've noticed that there's not really been a change in position except for the 5 and the 9. Oh, wait.
I think...
he went wide.
He was going wide. I think he might have gone too much on himself, and that would give Riley Hill the opportunity to even make a pass. Hopefully he can do that in the next few laps.
Wrong one again. It's Avery Hamilton.
Pardon me. What is wrong with me today? Avery Hamilton in his debut. Hopefully he can make up a top 5 finish for this race. Hopefully he can
performing
stick.
a lot better than Arthur Xavier did in that 5 car last week.
Arthur Xavier
actually is doing really well for their first race.
Oh, look at that. I think Solomon Sheridan is trying to make a move on Heinrich Himmler, which unfortunately failed. And he's got, as well, Riley Hill around him on the outside.
Hamilton just went a little wide, and I think the 9's trying to catch.
Let's go on board and see. This is going to be more exciting when we watch it on board. We are now on board Avery Hamilton, the number 5 Lion King car. Oh my goodness! I think we might see a change of position coming up. He has gone wide, and that gives Miyazaki the opportunity to take second spot running.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I think we might even see a change of the lead as well, as we watch it. Elijah is really caught up with the 2 cars behind him, and I think Avery Hamilton.
Something I've just realized. Oh, here we go.
Now he's gone wide. Now he's even gone wide.
Thing I realize is if we keep having these long green flag runs, we're gonna have to throw into the mixed green flag pit stops.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that green flag.
I am certain that there's definitely gonna be pit stops in this race, considering it's
the first one's probably gonna go down.
We'll see.
Change in lead, I think.
We might have a lead change. I think.
Pole sitter, the 88, the pole sitter trying to come back for that lead.
And here comes the 43
he's going
on the
wide,
9.
wide again.
Oh, right on the quarter panel.
And that's going to allow Riley Hill to drive by the 11. Can he make it stick? Whoa, the 11 forces him wide.
4 just sent it.
I think the 15 was trying to clear the 11, and the 11 just decided, I'm going to close that gap. Whoa!
He's still running wide.
It goes wide.
Car's still running wide.
That's going to give him the run off the corner, though.
I think.
He didn't do anything with it.
I think the tires are graining. He touched. I think he touched. It seems as though the tires are giving up a lot of the cars. They are going really wide.
Teammates battling it out.
Teammate.
They're probably going to hate each other after the race, but look at these. I think
he's going to try and go on.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Bump and run did not work.
They're trying to be clean to each other.
Place to do it.
They're trying to be clean with each other, especially their teammates, because they don't want to, cause some wreck and start blaming one another after the race. This is going to be really tough for these 2 teammates, and of course.
And I think Avery Hamilton just went a little wide.
It seems.
Yeah, he did.
We do hope there's not going to be any team orders from the teams itself, especially when we remember back in the old times of Formula 1 Ferrari, they all kept giving team orders to do this, do that. Let this guy pass for the championship.
Faster than you.
Well, that was 2010, but remember back in 2001, 2002, we get Michael Schumacher. No, that was his teammate, Barrichello, giving the spot down to Michael Schumacher so that he can win the championship.
Right.
It did.
What lap are we on?
We're now on lap number 41.
Wow, something's got to change, and I think
there's got to be a change. Heinrich Himmler is currently in 5th place.
Oh, here we go.
6th place. 6th place, my bad. Now this is what we call racing. Hopefully we can actually call it racing. Solomon Sherrod, I think this might be a pass. This might be a pass.
Oh, the
Riley here. Look at the line. Ooh, unfortunately, Layden Hill has gone a bit wide as well. He's currently 12th spot.
Gonna make it around the outside of Rose. You're gonna make it stick.
We've got other cars going around as well.
Now the 54 has cleared the 28.
I think he managed to pass on the outside. That must have been some amazing
still trying to pass the 5, and I think he just forced the.
Trying to close in on his younger brother Riley Hill right now.
And those 2 drivers at the back, the positions have not changed yet, with K Meeks still at the back.
I believe they did earlier on in the race, but now it's back to how it was.
I think so.
Hamilton and Lowell are trying to battle.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, whoa. That was even closer than I thought.
Attempt. Didn't quite work just then. He's going to get another shot at it soon.
I'm waiting for that first spin. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for it.
Like we said, Avery Hamilton using a chassis from Leland Motorsports, they almost won a race at Homestead. And that chassis definitely still has a lot of speed in it.
I'm imagining what
Jerry Chen.
What the super speedway races are in this.
Jerry Chen is still in 9th place, but Still doing well, especially with that throwback scheme on the car. Still doing good for his scheme. Oops.
Mine's got technically one as well, but I mean, it's only a. They couldn't get the blue scheme ready in time for the.
I wasn't sure which
for this
scheme it
race,
was. Well, you didn't properly said which scheme it was. I thought it was the red one, but
Yeah,
I got the
I
blue one.
should've.
I got the blue one, so yeah, you will definitely have the
I-
blue one next race in Watkins Glen.
Yeah, this is just.
Still no change and still close battles between drivers up in the front, especially. Riley Hill is still on the side of Solomon Sheridan. I
see
don't
him.
know
I
if
see someone moving up. Here comes the 54 as well, trying to catch up to his younger brother.
15 trying to get a good run on the outside. I don't know. I can tell you for one thing, outside of Martinsville does not work out a lot. Unless if you have a really good car.
The 54 had a bad qualifying, but they definitely seem to be passing a lot of cars right now. They might have a good long run car.
Hopefully. Word.
Oh, the 15 has managed to clear the 11 finally.
I'm just waiting for the first wreck so that I can just say spin turn 1. I'm just waiting for it.
I think we should definitely try and do a race tomorrow. For those who are watching the stream, I think I should consider doing another race tomorrow if I can get this track done. I've got Watkins Glen somewhere on the original NR2003 file, or I could definitely change it for a more improved one. I will definitely look at doing a race tomorrow, but I can't confirm anything yet. Just not like I'm announcing or anything, but this is up to you guys. If you're free tomorrow, do let us know. I'll have that into consideration. Anyway, moving back onto the race, Elijah is still in the lead, which he has taken since around lap 2. So that's literally 99%.
And looking at Avery Hamilton's number 5 car, the sponsor on the quad panel, Ally, their slogans "Do it right," and they definitely seem to be doing it right today.
Do it right from morning till night.
And the 43 petty customized scheme made by Heinrich Himmler is still keeping the number and name alive. At least.
Oh, Rose to the inside of the 54.
Who's Rose? Rose on the inside. I think she's trying to overtake Leland Hill. This is going to be a bit of a hard break. I think those two.
Possibly get the run on the. Yep, Hill's going to get the run on the high side and clear him again.
I think those two have switched positions.
Okay, I'm looking. They got. Where is it?
Sorry, it's frozen. Sorry, it's frozen.
I'm on Armory Racing Design at the moment.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Where is it? It's replay, I think.
I wanted to check the stretch.
Rose just threw a mean block to the 28.
Wow.
It looks like the 36 and the 11 are doing a little battle.
And they're getting close up the front. Again. I think we're definitely going to have the first lead change in one of many laps. This is going to be it. Cam Wright needs to make it right.
Could happen, we don't know.
He needs to drink as much as Mountain Dew as possible if he wants to overtake Already. Oh, he's going to be wide. But not enough. He gets pushed around every time he tries to overtake.
Go wide.
It is not that easy.
Go wide,
it is not that easy.
It seems that with Avery Hamilton's performance today, Leland Motorsports are considering letting him run the rest of the season in that 5.
Well, hopefully the sponsors are satisfied enough that he will definitely continue for the rest of the season. In what we call
now the sponsor Disney Plus, they have signed at least another 2-season extension with the team.
I almost forgot. We've now started having sponsors to consider or even announce long-term contracts with their teams and drivers. So after
the runs at Indy and here at Martinsville.
This is
They were
certainly gonna
satisfied.
this is certainly gonna be a long-term aspect for the series. Hopefully, we can make this series as long-running as possible. Hopefully, get the sponsors alive. Hopefully, make the races or even dreams come true. That they will like
Tell
to
you for
see their
one thing,
drivers
Leland
sponsored,
didn't-
doing well in their races.
Tell you for one thing, I have not seen Leland up here in a while.
Qualified 17th. Looks like they're going to try and break into the
Oh
top 10
look,
pretty
I
soon.
think. Oh look, we have a bit of a battle between Nemesis versus Nemesis. Leading Hill and Rickroll battling it out together. Leading Hill on the inside. I think this is definitely going to be an overtake. Leading Hill is currently in 30th place.
He's stuck behind 28's teammate James Jameson.
Oh, looks like we
I
got.
think they're teammates.
Looks like their
I
team's
assume they're
assistant.
teammates.
I believe so. If anyone here are their teammates, do let us know in the Twitch or in the Discord channel. Also, just to let everybody know, I wanted to ask you if you're still watching, if the Twitch is still running properly, just to make sure.
It
Do
is.
let us
It's
know in the
just
Discord
mainly-
chat as well, in case if I won't be able to respond on the Twitch, but you can say that on the Twitch so that any of the officials can take notes and inform me of any anything that whether if it's good
Yeah,
or whatever.
Breaking news for the JC Motorsports team.
Yes.
Just
What is it?
announced JetBlue has elected to stay with JC Motorsports and Jay Chen for at least 3 more seasons.
Oh, it looks like
Aspen-
Riley's contesting against the 43.
Aspen Dental has also committed to another 2 seasons. The team's biggest sponsor, Coca-Cola, is expected to stay with the team for the next season as well.
Wow. Can the sponsors keep coming? We'll see
Gonna be a
about
lot of
that.
sponsor changes.
And don't forget,
Ready for that?
Looks like Avery's trying to go for third again. We saw this a couple laps ago. He's close
Let's
right
go
back
back.
to the bumper of the 14.
this has to be true. This has to be
Now-
true. It needs to be a position change. We're now at lap
Now,
64.
Now, the one question is, when are we going to get our first pit stops?
Well,
That's what
I don't
probably
know.
I'm wondering. I'm going to say maybe
I will need to
around-
sort out the pit stops. I was thinking of having no pit stops in this season to start with, and hopefully we can do like 1 or 2 pit stops at a time in a race.
Oh, Avery's got the bottom. Can he make it stick on corner exit?
Oh,
Well,
look
they're
at this!
two on
I've
both-
just almost
on
missed
both
that.
cars.
Oh my goodness me, that was close once again, but unfortunately did not work. It
14
needs to
got a little
work this
loose.
time.
It appears that we have a bit of word from the 14 team. The crew chief for the 14 has told Dex to keep the 5 car behind him and block for his teammates up front.
Thank goodness me.
It looks like he's holding him off for now, but could we see him continue to hold him off in the next few laps?
We're currently on board Leland Hill with Rickroll in front of him and supposedly his
pit
teammate.
stops are happening right now.
Pit stops right now.
Down the entire front pack down the pits, and it looks like Leland's
around the
staying
pits.
out.
It looks like did anyone stay?
Who's in the lead?
Or am I seeing this right, or did Riley Hill just lead his first lap?
Is it Riley Hill who's leading his first lap?
Riley
We don't
Hill.
know.
No,
Let's see
it's
who's
the
in the lead.
88.
Cam Wright's in the lead. Cam Wright's in the lead with Riley Hill right behind him.
Pitting now.
But they're pitting. They're
But that's
pitting.
gonna make
Coming in.
them
At
kneel
least
all the way to
Cameron
the
led a
back.
lap.
Remember that.
At least Cameron led a lap. Just
The 54
about
said that
now.
they were going to run a strategy. Appears that they misjudged it by a lap or two.
I mean,
And that
maybe
means
they
who's leading
LaForge
that?
Henry is LaForge Henry leading.
And here comes the only Hill Meeks racing car that pit in that big pack was Arthur Xavier, and here come the rest of them on pit road.
This
Who's the
is going to be
leader
tough.
is
Who
the-
is the leader now, or who is going to be the leader? Cameron is still leading a sink in the pits, but where are the other cars coming?
They're going to come by him in a couple seconds, I believe.
All
Here
right,
they go.
TLA is back with Avery Hamilton. I think Avery Hamilton is going to take second place.
And it looks like it's.
Here it is. I think
God.
All right, Alasia will take the
Back,
lead.
bro.
I think already Elijah would take the lead with Avery Hamilton second place. Dio Mizuzaki up into third. But is that LaForge Henry?
There's a huge cluster at the back.
Avery Hamilton to second.
LaForge Henry, look at her. She's in fourth place. Where the earth did she come from? Cam Wright down into fifth. Riley Hill down into sixth. Dew Walker seventh. Oh, that's good for Dew Walker. Where I don't know where was he. I assume he was down the order for much of the race. Solomon Sheridan down into eighth. Tari
It looks like they're
Lowell
pushing.
down
Oh,
into ninth.
I thought the 11 got loose.
Where is the 54? There is the 54 down into 16th.
They said they were going to try and pit with the rest of them, but they
And
misjudged it by a lot.
unfortunately, Kat Rose, after a spectacular race a race in Indianapolis, unfortunately, she is now in last place.
Another driver who had a spectacular race in Indy was the 19, who's also in the back.
Exactly. That things are going to get really bad for the 19.
It appears that we have word from JC Motorsports. The 13 had an issue on pit road.
We may have to reply. I think we may have to do a reply and see if there's any problems with the number 13 car. Let's do a reply actually. Let's do that. Let's see what happened in the pit lane.
They didn't have the speed that they
had a really slow pit stop, I think.
I assume so, or maybe she collided. I doubt there was going to be like a collision in the pit stop. Let's see. She enters the pit lane. It appears normal.
They had a bad call.
It appears normal at first.
It was normal.
I think what the team meant by that was they just didn't have the pit stop they were quite hoping for. Lost too much ground.
It must have been.
Oh no!
What happened?
23 and the 13 got together.
13 made contact with James Jameson on pit road.
What happened?
That's why the 13 stayed in longer.
Oops.
Anyway, let's get back to this fight for the lead.
Let's go back to live. Let's go back to live timing. Red. Alejo in the lead still
in position to try and win this race.
And Camera is trying to overtake Dew Walker.
I think the 9 had a really bad
Dew Walker's up into 5th. Dew Walker's up into 5th. I think he's gaining positions.
Winner of the Daytona 500, trying to make it a 2-win season.
If he can. And with LaForge Henry.
Get up there, though. The only car I'm really counting in this is the 5 and the 2. The 2 after a wreck at Indy getting turned by the 15. He's currently leading this race and has led the majority of this race.
Let's see what Avery Hamilton can do in his first ever race.
Odd so that we're at Martinsville and we haven't had a wreck yet. That's really weird.
Now, I'd say that Avery has a really good long-run car. He ran well in the long run, and he made up a lot of ground on pit road. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates stayed out. Try and get... Well, I'd assume try and get some bonus points or something. Or
There's no bonus points. There's no bonus points this season, but hopefully we can consider doing something like points for fastest lap or anything.
I guess they just misjudged it a little bit. Word from the 54 team, they were going to pit with everyone else. They just misjudged their window by a lap.
I believe the 9 had probably one of the worst.
Here comes Riley Hill. I think Riley Hill is getting a bit racy on the rear of Camera. I think, yeah, he's trying to make a move. Oh, Camera's gone right a bit. But Riley Hill is a bit far away to even consider overtaking him.
I think when they go wide, I think what happens is they get a better run off the corner. Oh, and it looks like Lowell's going to go wide as well.
Where is Lowell? Where is Lowell? There he is.
Got me confused.
There he is, or there whoever
36.
it is.
Oh my God!
What
that was
the hell
big
does
wide.
happen down there?
That was a. That was a huge.
You know, this race is pretty much compared
That was a
to
huge just.
this race is pretty much compared to Monaco Grand Prix, where you know there's not much room to pass in on the track. I think this is probably the same thing.
Will it be the second race in a row that a Hill Meeks car has come up one position short of the victory?
Watch 2 has a engine issue.
So we take
He
a look
seems
at
to
the
be
leaderboard.
9.
Avery seems to be closing in.
9 went from 4th to 9th.
This is
in
getting
one pit
interesting.
stop. They had a.
This is really good for Avery's chance of getting that ride full time for the rest of the season. If they win, that will pretty much guarantee them that ride for the rest of the season.
We take a look at the fastest lap, as Camera interestingly currently has the fastest lap of the race with a 22.619,
The five is nowhere near there.
which is
He's
quite
not even
weird.
in the top 10 when it comes to.
He's
the
currently
54 was
18th.
the 6th fastest.
18th fastest.
Yeah, he's
for the
still
number 5.
managing to keep pace with the race leader who has dominated this race so far.
Obviously, because it's Martinsville, and you know, lots of cars are trying to, you know, keep up with the race, trying to overtake, which is almost deemed impossible at this track.
Still, with Hamilton being the 18th fastest, the fact he's keeping up with the leader and possibly maybe be able to put up a fight in a couple laps.
That will depend on whether even the tires can last, because I think, you know, most faster drivers who are probably too fast will likely have, you know, the tires that will probably not going to likely last to the end of the race.
Well, as you saw on that first green flag run, Hamilton had a really good long run car. He was able to make up a lot of ground. And he seems to not let the 2 out of his sights.
There is Riley Hill in 7th position still with a camera in front of him.
Could it be Avery Hamilton taking the win? The first career win of his first career win, looking for that tonight.
I thought for a second that 53 that was on the bottom of hit the turn 3 wall.
He is getting close, but can he make it?
He's gonna try him.
He needs to try it, but unfortunately, whatever's making him not gonna do.
Get the draft. Can he force him wide? He's gonna move him wide.
If he could
Not
just
quite.
send it in one corner, it could probably work.
I think he's saving it so he doesn't take himself or the 2 out. He's trying to play this. He's trying to play this smart.
What on earth is up with the number 5?
Now, if the 2 went wide down the backstretch, that'd probably get all screwed. I think the 9 and the 53 are about to have a battle.
Avery being able to stick himself on the quarter panel of the 2, not letting him go.
That 36 has fallen back a little bit, and
We're currently at lap number 92, so which is about 33 laps to go.
5 is right behind the 2.
I think Avery's just biding his time, leaving it so that he's got less, so he can make his move with few laps to go, so that the 2 doesn't have many laps to try and get back around him.
He's being surrounded now by 2 or 1 or 2 other cars behind him. One of them,
but as you can see, they just start pulling away down the backstretch. The 14's only really making time in the corners.
I believe so. Still, Alrighty Aleju is making it stick.
The 5 just. Okay, I thought for a second I just saw the 2 just get a little bit more loose.
I think next race.
No matter what position that 5 comes home in, he's put on a damn good show.
And I think the next race we have Martinsville, we need to turn down the bunching distance a little bit down, because I think it's a bit too high.
And also put the tire wear on again, because those green flag pit stop, because we're barely gonna have any pits. I feel like pit stops could really start shaking up this race in particular.
I think though, I think we need to see. Yeah, we'll look at something. I think we'll look at tracks, that are on like short speedways or short tracks or anything. We can definitely decrease tire wear, and then we'll see if we can have many pit stops at those tracks. Maybe super speedways, maybe in the likes of Daytona and Indianapolis, and see if we can have many pit stops in those races if we can. At least it'll make it more exciting. In fact, maybe I would even consider tire competition between presumably two manufacturers. If so, I mean, obviously we got Firestone. Firestone produces NASCAR tires? I think so.
No, it's Goodyear.
Goodyear, my bad.
Firestone left, I think, after 74, I believe.
So that's pretty far.
They were in NASCAR since the beginning, but then Goodyear came in.
Goodyear came in. Well, I know Goodyear's American as well.
Yeah, Goodyear.
Will the 5 get a push from the 14?
He needs to make it, but it seems as though that some common sense means that he's not making the pass.
Feels like that 2 is going a little bit slower, and I think the 14's trying to go by the 5. The 5 goes wide. Here we go.
But unfortunately, no changes.
He forced the 5 out wide there.
Oh, he's gone a bit wide.
For a second, he's about to spin.
And that's going to allow the 5.
He's going to take it. Here it is. Here it is. This is going to be hit. Finally. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Please don't distance yourself. Don't distance yourself, please. Oh my damn days. He's getting closer. He's going wide a bit, I think. That was so much pressure for the number 5. This is so much pressure for the number 5. He was so close. I think on other circumstances he would have just made it, but unfortunately common sense means that unfortunately he's not. It doesn't seem to be it for him. Probably not going to be his day today. A lot of the positions still unchanged. Oh, Heinrich Himmler.
I have a feeling that
look at that. Is it a pass? Is it a pass between James Jason and Heinrich Himmler?
He's probably going to be the candidate to take over that 5 for the rest of the season.
Presumably, but we're going to wait and see.
Trying to hold off.
As Avery Hamilton, he's really outperforming that 5 car.
We need better stats for this car. Certainly need to have better stats.
I think because it's Martinsville, I think maybe the AI difficulty should have been turned up a little bit. Maybe
I was questioning about the bunching distance and the drafting distance. Actually, no, drafting distance is what I was, questioning about. I think he has to be lowered a little bit, just to give some better space.
Do we think Avery? If Avery doesn't get him today, then he may have a really good shot at Watkins Glen tomorrow.
Hopefully,
I heard the Glen's going to be a really good.
We'll look at doing a race tomorrow, and if so, we'll need to start confirming times and so. But if I'm in a mood,
but the thing that I'm quite looking forward to, the 54 is a really good road course racer.
Oh yeah, 54 is. I mean, he did win at Sonoma in the NRA.
First career win driving an M&M's Halloween paint scheme.
And also, I can also tell you one thing, that Leland did also win at the Glen in Texaco Cup. Remember that, Leland?
And also he's also really good at short tracks, being that he won the NRA All-Star race.
Well, I mean, Texaco Cup.
Even after wrecking with less than 20 to go, with trying to be on old tires and trying to pass the leader.
Alrighty, Elijah is set to take his first victory of his career and the third different driver of the series.
And Hamilton pull an upset.
But we are certain that Avery Hamilton is going to pull up some very interesting performances. And hopefully that he can definitely do well. And I think, no doubt, that he will definitely...
I believe he's gonna start lining him up to try and get him again.
We will definitely see him full-time next season. When things, when things go well for him. He will definitely...
I think the five is trying to line up a shot. He might have him next lap.
We are 50 laps to go now. We're on lap 110. And still no big changes. Which, of course, this is somewhat you would expect for Martinsville.
Can Avery get it down?
Look at this. He needs to make it go. If he eventually pulls it off, that'll be somewhat amazing, especially with all this AI and shit. Excuse me, with all this AI and stuff, this would have been somewhat amazing for for him and everybody else. But yeah, alright, Alejo still holding on. I think they might start touching a little bit.
Winding down to the end of this race, Hamilton trying to do anything he can to try and get around that too.
There's gotta be some testing next time after this race.
Maybe bump up the AI difficulty, because I can tell you for one thing, with the AI difficulty, they get really
Could have possibly got to the inside here. Will he get to the inside on corner exit? Or is he lining it up for turn 3? He pulled back in. He could have probably had enough of a run to get back.
He's gone wide. He's gone wide. And I think other cars have got an opportunity.
He's going to try and get the run off the corner and try and run back to him.
Wow, this has been a somewhat, I wouldn't say boring, but what else can I say? I would say bland, but doesn't sound any sense. But yeah, this race has been a somewhat unusual race, I guess. This is definitely
going to be a highlight. This is definitely going to be going on one of the highlights for Hill Meeks Racing this season when we come to the off season.
Well, we should definitely look at making a montage or highlights video, featuring the whole races of the season and picking out the best bits as possible. I think no doubt we can look into that if I had the time to even make a whole video myself.
I'd do it, it's just I'm not really good at editing them.
We'll have a look. I will definitely look at making big changes for the next season, which will definitely be a lot different season compared to this season.
Yeah.
It'll be more exciting and hopefully something that everybody wants to see. Taking all the car. Oh, Leighton Hill is attempting an overtake on well, we call it Dale Earnhardt Jr., but he's not actually Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's Terry Giuliano. And he's trying to make an overtake. We've got Ethan Mingaloli. We haven't mentioned him before so far in this race until now. And he, on a very disappointing 17th. And Cat Rose, the start of last race, still at the back.
Niner on the radio saying they are not liking what's going on. They had a fourth place car that went all the way down to 9th. Driver of the 9 is really ticked at the moment.
We're now, almost forgot, we are less than 10 laps to go. We're now going to 5 laps to go. Lap 120 has now started. We've already Elijah still in the lead. Number 5 is still the time.
The 5 team on the radio saying, doesn't matter about winning, just bring it home second.
Some good old reports from the team. and the radius and stuff.
They're saying that they take second over winning because they really weren't expecting to be in a position with that car.
Ah, very interestingly, we haven't talked about Roger Herman a lot. He's interested in 10th position, having been languishing at the back in the early stages of the race before pit stops. So at least he can make up. At least 10th place is a good spot for him to finish at least. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean he can score points because Solomon Sheridan is currently holding on to that last point. Hopefully he can take a point as well. But we already know that Tari Lowell wants to get that point. I think he can definitely try and battle up for that point. But that will have to wait.
This 5 team on the radio is saying if the two is possibly two, the two has more speed than us, just bring it home second.
We are currently 2 laps to go.
We are about...
If you can make your move, make it now.
3 to go this time by, and they're coming around turn number 4. They have the...
If they're going to make the team is saying if you're going to make a move, make a move. If you're not, just bring it home second for us, buddy.
This time by 2 to go.
Lap 124 out of 25.
Oh, going to be a move to the inside by the 5.
5's trying to send it, I can tell. And they're coming down the back stretch. Down into turn number 3. And the 2 is going to see their first white flag of the season. The white flag is out one more time around Martinsville. Can the 2 hold off the 5? Down the back stretch they go for the final time. The 5 trying to give it all.
Here we go.
The 2.
Here we go.
And the checkered flag is out. The number 2 car.
He will take his
first career win.
That is it for Araitia, his first ever win in his career. And I think he has deserved it so far. And a somewhat disappointing Avery Hamilton, who has done really, really well in his first ever race. But now he's have to settle for second place. But another rookie has also joined the top 3, Due Miyazaki, in the number 14 car. What a good race for him. And LaForge Henry will get her first points. That's right. LaForge Henry deserves points.
Their first points as well.
Now remember, the five team aren't upset about losing this race. They actually wanted to finish second more than anything.
Well, at least it's something to give the team a boost after, for what happened in Indianapolis.
Coming into Watkins Glen, that'll be a big morale boost.
I think we could do Watkins Glen tomorrow afternoon. Maybe we can do another race on that night, if I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking Watkins Glen.
If I could be able to show up.
We'll look at Watkins Glen tomorrow afternoon. Well, this afternoon, because it's morning for me and Leland Hill. The rest of us are currently 5, 6, 7 hours behind us.
At the moment.
Sorry?
It's 9:10.
Oh, yeah, that's in...
For me.
9:10. That's EST. You're in New York, I suppose.
Yeah. No, I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, Carolina. Oh, my bad. Oh, fair enough. Well, still. Anyway, so we can look into... I think I'll confirm the races later on.
And after post-race inspection is complete, the number 2 is officially the winner.
Alongside Avery Hamilton, Dee Miyazaki, LaForge Henry, Drew Walker, Daytona's winner.
I'll get these results.
All right, you post it. You know what? You can post it if I'm depending if I'm in the mood or not. Just saying, I can definitely do some help. Anyway, we go down the order again. Cam Wright 6th, Riley Hill 7th, and Solomon Sheridan 8th. Those are your top 8 drivers who will score points in this race.
Tari just unfortunately 1 position off.
Yeah, for you, Tari, you would have done quite well actually.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for this AI stuff.
I don't know what happened. Pit stop just went bad.
Yes, it was chaos. And this is why we question what has happened to Cat Rose. Didn't anything happen in the pits? or I assume maybe some glitches happen in the pits which causing cars to crash one another. But I don't know. But that's just how it is in the games and such. Anyway.
Also confirmed at the end of the race, SLR will be announcing that a part-time car will be joining the number 9 at one of the super speedway races this season. Number and driver will be announced at a later date.
All right then. So this is going to be interesting. Right, let me take a look at Austin. Now we have a new driver who's supposed to join in the series, Austin Liang, who we were planning to have him in this race. Unfortunately, his car has failed some inspection, which means that he's not going to be able to take part in this race. Just to let everybody know that hopefully we can have Austin Liang in the field anytime soon. I think we can look at finding a scheme for him if we can, at least for tomorrow. But today it's not going to be the time for him to race, unfortunately. But don't worry, we'll get you there if Austin Liang is hearing us.
It looks like we got a fight on pit road.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Fight on pit road, 36 and 43 fighting.
What the hell? That must have been chaos, man. Oh dear me.
I think the 43's mad at the 36.
This is what I'm starting to compare with lots of other NASCAR fights. Back in what I remember, was it in 2012? Jeff Gordon fighting with Clint Boyer. That was.
I remember last year. McDowell and Suarez got together.
Wow, that was bad.
And the 43's beating the crap out of the 36.
No, it's getting a lot worse. I think we gotta call the police. We need to call the police. This is some assault coming up. Well, cool. Right, we better cut off the fight because I don't think that fight was supposed to be shown live on TV. Apologies for those.
And there's a middle finger. We need to get the Fox censors out.
Here we go, Fox censorship.
Yeah, censorship, man. If this was live, this would have been some bad reputation.
Oh yeah, nah.
Well,
probably get more footage like
actual footage and
CBS
stuff.
Did.
Well, thank goodness me. That must have been.
Imagine if we had a radioactive for this. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that would be funny.
I think it's possible.
Actually, with everyone sending clips from the radio, I could actually make one.
That'd be hilarious.
You know what I'm thinking? I think I have an idea. I think for every race, probably from next race, I was thinking.
I'm just gonna copy some of these. I'm just gonna make a quick radioactive.
Go ahead. I was thinking an idea in my head. I think from next race we should start considering for every race winner there should be a national anthem playing. Of course, most of you guys are American, but I think you should be.
So like just like F1.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we can have an anthem for the driver nationalities, the winner. The driver of the winner's nationality. What the hell am I thinking? Nationality of the winner. We can have a national anthem playing, whether it's USA or British or. I think we have one. I think Giuliano is from South America. I can't remember which.
Sean, I've been seeing yours.
Yeah. What?
Oh, that guy left the stadium. Anyway, right, we gotta break it up because this is getting so mad. Anyway, I'm gonna decide on Watkins Glen. I think Watkins Glen will likely be taking place tomorrow afternoon at around 4 p.m. GMT. I'm thinking, which would mean in EST. 11 a.m. EST.
Oh, God. Guys, look out. The 43's coming to the booth.
Oh, no.
Well, This is some distraction
Oh
coming
God,
up.
he's got a microphone.
Oi! Oi! Give me mic back!
Things have
He
gone crazy
stole
when I was
the
about to make an announcement.
Oh, at least I got an extra mic up here. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh, there it goes. Well, never. Okay, we're gonna have to. Gonna have to report that. Gonna have to report that, Leland.
Oh dear.
My microphone's gone. Might need a new one for next week.
Uh-oh.
What do we got?
I'm just gonna tell you now, the 36 is gonna be featured heavily on the radioactive best bits. I could probably start doing this out in a lot more.
Eats a candy bar and takes it. Oh, good.
All right,
Going well.
Yeah,
right. Shall we?
going really well. And just sipping.
Shall we finish off the stream? But we can carry on through the Discord voice chat, whether it's in the commentary
Yep,
box or the general.
let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's cut off the stream. So I don't want to hold up any longer with the stream. All right, so thank you for everyone
Yeah.
who has just watched the stream, and for those who are commentating and taking part, thank you all as well for watching this whole race and adding some fun to this whole race and stuff. We'll be moving on to Watkins Glen hopefully tomorrow at 4
Wait,
p.m.
I just realized with the drama between the 36 and the 43, doesn't the 36 technically own the 43?
Before we go off the air real quick, we just had an announcement. JC Motorsports has announced that the driver of the 43 has been released effective immediately, citing violence, aggression, and alcohol issues. So he is out of that ride as of right now.
Potentially, we'll have to wait and see whether he's gonna have a ride next race.
Maybe NASCAR could give him a driver's ban, which I'm worried about.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, we've got literally hours before the next race is set to start. I'm planning to stream Watkins Glen at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. GMT tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST, or 9 a.m.
Wait, how early?
PST. Sorry?
How early?
Well, 9 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. EST, and 4 p.m. GMT.
Okay.
This is what I'm planning. These are the times that I'm planning to stream Watkins Glen. Hopefully, we do another race as well at around the same night, probably around midnight as well. And the next race, I can't remember. I think it's Texas or Germany.
We also think we know why the 88 fell back. Apparently, looking back at it, they said they had a bad vibration.
Well,
let's get this stream off.
Right. Thank you all for having me. Well, thank you me for having you guys here in this commentators box.
No problem.
And let's cut
no.
off and let's carry on with our voice channel Discord. Thank you all for having. I shall sign off right now. This is Ruby Gonzalez alongside Leyland Hill and Tari Lowell. This is the Tari Lowell. Gotta pronounce it better.
Oh, yeah. As you can see, we've got quite the big list.
The list, eh?
Yep, just send it.
All right. Okay, this is me and the whole team signing off. Take care, and I'll see you at Watkins Glen.